#1 hard seltzer in the world and the official hard seltzer of Day Drinking with Dog. Ditch the malt, add tequila.
Welcome back, Day Drinking with Dog, on a beautiful, what's today? Friday? Beautiful Friday, September 27th. All the way from Nova Scotia, Canada. She drove down just for this show, I believe. Because she really hasn't done anything since she's been here that I've seen of importance. Besides coming on the show today. My old friend, God, I don't even know how long we go back. Jodi Leigh Morrison. What's going on?
Nothing. How you doing?
Nothing?
This is it.
This is it. I told you.
All the way back from Nova Scotia.
Yep, just to talk about the fucking Earth being flat. Right?
Yep, amongst other things.
And we'll touch on a couple other tidbits. But, we've been, known each other since the 90s, I think. Like, mid-90s. And, people lose track. Become friends on Facebook again. Don't really communicate. Turn your ringers off when you're on dating. Thank you very much. No, just kidding. And I had started following something on Twitter about Flat Earth. I don't know how I started following it, but I think they were just posting. Oh, you know what it was? I just figured it out. They were posting pictures of giants. And they were like these old black and white photos. Mm-hmm. And this was actually before AI. It doesn't mean they weren't doctored or anything. But like now I don't trust any picture I see on the internet because of AI. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, holy shit. And then now it's all coming back. I couldn't believe it. And then I remember the video of the giant walking on the mountain.
Yeah.
And then the dude that filmed it got killed like fucking a month later.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second.
Something's fishy here.
Right. And then whatever, I'm just following. And then one random day in like last March or April, you posted about Flat Earth. And I commented, and I was like, yo, you got it. I didn't even know you were living in Canada. I'm like, yo, you got to. I figured you're still in the Hamden fucking vicinity. And I'm like, yo, you got to come on the show. I want to hear more about this. And then we started messaging, and you're like, oh, well, I'm living in Canada. I'm getting divorced, or I don't know if I could, sorry, but whatever. Okay. I mean, it's, it'll be fucking public knowledge at some point. And whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know you were in Canada. So you want to talk about how you got to Canada and how you first became a flat earther?
How I got to Canada? Well, I moved to Canada
right.
11 years ago. I was planning to settle down,
right.
Get married, which all happened.
Yep.
Got married, settled down, blah, blah, blah. And then a few years went by, some stuff starts not working out.
We don't have to get into the personal part of it, but that's how you got to Canada. Your father's obviously...
My dad's there. My whole dad's side of the family's there.
So they were born there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
my dad became a professional hockey player.
Yeah. So your father was on my show, along with Rich Capola.
Back in May.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Back in May. And your dad had like literally... I actually had some people come up to me and like... They're like, oh, that show was great. They were like, I couldn't finish it, like because it went like 2 and it was like my longest show ever, and it was just your dad and Rich telling hockey stories from the '80s in New Haven, and I fucking just sat here. I don't think I spoke much on the show. I was just like listening in to those two guys talk. Anyway, so your family's from there, or your father's side?
Yeah. Right. So it was good for me to finally like move home and settle down, but things don't work out. And now I'm thinking about moving back. Moving back to the great old state of Connecticut. How the whole flat earth thing happened was somebody said to me, I think the earth is flat. I'm like, what? Right. I said, I had the same reaction everybody does. Right. Because we're so brainwashed. When you first walk into school, what do you see? A globe. Yeah. From the time we're like growing up, going to school, everything, that's what we're brainwashed to believe. Right. So somebody said that to me, I think the earth is flat. I'm like, oh my God. You are crazy. Right. But I tried to debunk it. I'm like, I'm going to prove him wrong. And I tried to debunk it. I couldn't. The more I tried, the more I was like, oh my God, maybe it is. Maybe the earth is flat. So I looked into it more and more. And I'm convinced. I've seen facts and tests and everything. And I am convinced that the earth is, well, it's not like a flat pancake. I'm not sure what exact shape it is. But we're not on a spinning ball going 661,000 miles an hour chasing the sun to the universe. Spinning at 1,000 miles. Spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, where you can just look up and the sun moves around us. Like we're not. You can feel that there's no motion. Right. We're not moving. Right. But no, people will hold on to that and attack you. So let's start to when we were kids. I'm a little older than you, but we all probably had the same curriculum growing up. Yeah. And like you said, you walk into school, you see a globe. Yeah.
pictures abound everywhere.
Yeah.
It's globe. I have a globe at home.
Yeah.
I have a globe at home because it's one of those rock ones, like those gemstone ones.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought they were cool.
Yeah.
So I bought it. Actually, during COVID. I was a globist back then.
Me too.
And I don't know where I am. This is why you're on the show. Like, I lean definitely for the flat earth, but for a lot of maybe different things than, people would think. And so when we grow up, they're like, all right, this is, where you live, and you spin the globe, and you dig a hole to China, and, all this shit. And we're no worse for the wear. We're kids. Mm-hmm. We just, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, you believe what you're told. From
the moon looks like it's round, even though we see the same side of it every day.
Yeah, even though it's a disc.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Looks round. The stars look round. The sun looks round. Why wouldn't the Earth be round?
Exactly.
It's not even a fucking debate at this point of our lives. Right?
Yep.
So far as to say, and I mentioned this on the show, we talked before the show, I remember our history, it was either history or social studies or something, telling us in like 6th grade that there was a flat earth tribe in Africa, and they just thought the earth was flat. And like, I don't know why I remember this. Like, I just remember like the weirdest things, and it just stuck out to me. And I'm like, well, why are they like, okay, so who cares? Like, they're like shunned. Like they live in this remote area, and they won't come out because people think the earth is flat.
Yeah.
Well, I've since Googled that, I can't find any fucking documentary of a tribe in Africa that thinks the earth is flat. Like, I just couldn't find it. Maybe it's out there. I don't know.
I'll try to find it.
So you'll probably find it in 6 seconds through your fucking connections. So here we are. We're young, and we just think it's a globe. So when you were approached by your friend that said this, mm-hmm. Where did you I love how it says like do the research. Do your own research. Well, I mean, if you go on Google, you're going to be directed into a certain.
You can't go on Google.
You're right. It's algorithmed the way to slant.
Yeah. So
even Chat GPT.
Yeah, I use DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
And that is not anything like Google, and
right.
You can actually find the truth and
right.
facts through DuckDuckGo. So
that's the shout out to DuckDuckGo.
That's the one I use, and you can find a lot of information doing that one.
So the movie you sent me was
The Next Level.
The Next Level.
That's the first one I watched that totally convinced me to the point where I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. And you just have to watch it from beginning to end, and it'll totally change your mind. Like
the guy Dave?
Yep. Flat Earth Dave.
He is super convincing. Mm-hmm. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I like the documentaries because I feel like it's not agenda driven. Like, you could say it is because they're trying to prove that the earth is flat, but mm-hmm. They're just they're just showing you facts. Like, straight facts.
Yes.
Like scientific facts.
Yes, and tests.
Right.
Look at this laser that goes 100 miles across the water, and
right.
it's on a straight line, and it's level.
Right.
Water.
Water. Well, yeah. Well, that's the first thing I want to get into, like water.
Yeah.
Like gravity. Okay. Doesn't exist. So water, if you look at any, like a pool, you could go from a pool to an ocean. It always finds its level.
Yep.
Well, if the earth is round, how can it level?
How do you stick water to a ball spinning 1,000 miles an hour, going through the universe
at 600,000 miles an hour?
But then a feather can just float away, and they're like, "Oh, that's helium."
Right.
Like, what?
I actually just this morning I saw a meme on Instagram. It was Dave, Flat Earth Dave, and he was on the Jim Breuer show, I think, the comedian.
I love Jim Breuer.
Yeah, he's great. And he was talking about Universal Pictures or something. Mm-hmm. And in 1927, they came out with a spinning globe, moniker.
Yeah.
And he had a still shot of it, I forget, it was like a North America, South America, whatever, that section of the globe. And he goes, do you know, we hadn't been in space yet? And when we got to space, they took a picture of the Earth, and it was the exact same image of Universal Studios 30 years earlier. Like, the exact same. Mm. He's like, how did they know? How did they know, what it really looked like? Like, yeah, there are maps. People have mapped it out. But it was literally they took that Universal thing and then created a picture. All the stuff you see on, when we grew up. You just saw pictures of, we thought these dudes were out in space spacewalking, and the Earth was behind them, and I don't know, like, I really, like, I lean towards the other way, but, like, I still...
Because you believed it for so long.
Right.
You're still, like, hanging on to that ball theory.
Right.
You gotta let go of that.
Let go of the ball.
You gotta let go of those balls.
Well, let's get into some facts. Because we could just sit here all day and say, oh, well, yeah, it's flat. We'll just go back and forth. Like,
I think we should just get that camera. What is it? That
there's
Nikon.
the T1000 or whatever.
Yeah,
P1000.
we should just get one and go do our own test and
right.
beg luck.
So that's what someone did on Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
On the other side of Lake Michigan. They took a picture, and it was like some Chicago Sky News. It was like the weatherman, and he's in front, and he's like, oh, look at the beautiful skyline of Chicago. And then they're like, all these like internet sleuths were like, wait a second, you can't see the skyline from the other side. It's too far away. Yeah. In the globe model.
Yeah.
What is it? Every 8 miles it goes down
a foot?
Or more than that, I think, but it's something like that.
Yeah.
And the distance between one side of Lake Michigan and the other is I think it would be 278 feet of curvature that you wouldn't even see the top of a skyscraper, let alone you see the whole fucking skyline.
You see the ground.
So the guy comes on the news the next night and he's like, yeah, I got a lot of hate mail last night for showing this picture, but I contacted some scientist friends of mine, and they said, oh, it's just an optical illusion. It's the city being reflected off the water and the mirage shit. Yeah. Like, no, that's the skyline of Chicago.
Yeah.
Because if it was a mirage, it'd be upside down.
Yeah.
Right?
And in that documentary of The Next Level, they actually do that test with that exact. And there's a guy that does the test in a boat and proves that that is not the mirage. It's the skyline.
Right.
Yeah. So it's one proof out of many. If you just watch that one documentary, they do all the proofs that make you like, ugh.
My favorite one was the rocket they sent up with the GoPro camera.
Yes,
and
with unedited footage.
Right. And it just stuck into like what they would call the firmament. And it just like go boop. It literally like it made that sound. It went boop, and it just stopped. And I'm like, wait a second, that's fucking pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then the documentary goes into like when you see a spaceship take off and how it goes up and then it goes like upside down and away from all the viewers over into the ocean. Mm-hmm. And you just think, and then they're like, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Because, like, our eyes can only see so far.
Yeah, but it's only going into the water.
Right. It's just going back down and out.
Yeah.
It's all for show, right?
Because they cannot shoot a rocket from mainland because it'll land on the land.
So what do we think about Musk, then? What's your thoughts on him? Because he's a big Trumper.
I know, but
you gotta love him for that.
I do love him, and I don't know which side he's actually on. I don't know if it's, like, all show or...
I don't think he's a person that's been compromised. I don't know. Like...
Yeah, I still don't know...
Because we could do a whole show on Musk, but like, he's obviously like he's ruffling the feathers of the Democrats, which is fucking phenomenal.
Yes, but he also wants.
But at the same time, he has SpaceX, so like,
he wants to chip us.
Right.
So it's like, he's a Trumper, but he wants to microchip us.
Right.
Which one?
I don't know. Like I said, that's a whole other show.
Yeah. Elon, I'm like, let's touch that yet.
So when I was like growing, I had a guy at work who was a cook. I can't remember his name. Mm-hmm. Probably like 10 years ago. And I just remember like walking by the line and he's arguing with the guy behind the line about the earth being flat. So I stopped him and I said, you think the earth's flat? And he's like, yeah, it's flat. This is like 10 years ago. And I'm like, dude, you could see the fucking curvature when you're in an airplane. He's like, no, you can't. Look again next time you fly. So I did. And I'm like, why did I think I saw curvature? I didn't. And then, like, was it Tyson?
Mike Tyson?
No, the other Tyson, the scientist. Neil deGrasse Tyson or something. The black scientist.
Oh, yeah.
He's in those documentaries.
Oh, yeah.
He's not in them he's in them because I think somebody said they could see the curvature of the earth at a certain altitude. Yeah. And he said, no, you're not even close. You got to be way higher.
Yeah, he said he was like 2 millimeters above the earth. There's no way you can see
curvature.
You can't see it from a plane.
Right.
Even 62 miles up, you still
But
can't
he's
see
a globist. He's actually did realize he was proving the flat Earth's point. Because a lot of these people get up that high. Like who was the guy for Virgin Atlantic? And he brought the pedestrians and they broke the atmosphere and got outside. I mean, if you study the atmosphere and like that where we would think the firmament is, like, explain firmament for people that don't know what the firmament is. And it's not even in a religious context.
See, I can't explain it because I don't know what it is.
Well,
they say it's like a glass dome. It's like a
and barrier, it holds what?
A barrier that holds water.
Water,
above.
right.
There's water above us and water below us.
Right.
And we're protected by this dome, but it's like not glass. It's like a weird material you can't penetrate because the rocket couldn't go through it. Right. And yeah, we're just in this enclosed system. We cannot leave this system. There's no outer space. Like, you can't go up. You can't go... So...
You're going to lose a lot of arguments going, you can't go...
I know. You cannot leave this enclosed Earth. We are entrapped by a firmament. It's like a dome. We're like kind of live in a snow globe. Kind of.
So how do these ancient maps come about? Do you think... So one theory is that it was the basic civilizations before us. Mm-hmm. Like, we are obviously not the first to walk. And basically, we are encapsulated by Antarctica, right? Which is the Great Ice Wall.
Yeah.
And
it's our container.
We're contained.
Holds
and
water.
Like, one of the theories is the government knows this. Mm-hmm. And that's why there's no fly zones. You can only, like, I think the Antarctica trips only take you to like one certain spot, and you can take pictures, and then they fucking ship you right out. $10,000. And think about it. The United States, China, Russia are all in step line with each other about protecting that area. Mm-hmm. Like we're not fucking shooting rocket missiles at each other. We will up here, but down in Antarctica, no. So if you're in a private plane trying to get down there, they will fucking shoot you down. Oh, yeah. All of them, all three of them together.
No, there's every country, not just
right. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, they're all down there.
Every single.
They're all fucking having coffee every morning together. Like, hey, what's going on? Hey, this is awesome. Yeah. What does your ship look like? What does your ship look like?
The only thing they agree on.
Right.
Yeah.
Is Antarctica.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Think about it. Think about how crazy that is.
That is very crazy.
Like as warmongering as these countries are, like, you would think, like, oh, well, let's fucking sink Russia and China down here. Let's take over this area. Yeah. But they have a common need to keep people away from there. And why is that?
Because I think they're hiding more land.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where I first got my curiosity, is why the fuck people would think, or what was the conspiracy behind a flat Earth. And I just couldn't figure it out on my own. I'm like, I don't understand what, like, even if it is, why? Who cares? But it comes down to freedom.
Yeah, they want to keep us in
free
here,
will. They want to keep us inside,
enclosed.
Who knows what technology is beyond the wall?
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Who knows what civilizations are behind the wall? It could be. I mean, who knows? It could be bad. It could be great. We just don't know. But if we did know, and we were able to get there on our own, not pay taxes, not work for the man, live free, like truly free. Yeah. You still have to, feed your family, and but who knows what opportunities lie? Yeah. Beyond there, if that's the real theory behind it. Yeah. Is that the one you believe in?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that there was advanced civilization before us, and that's how all those old world buildings came about. Like, what do you think they were building those, like, cathedrals and stuff?
Oh, right. Pyramids, all that. What? Yeah.
Chisels and hammers and donkeys. Like, come on. So I just believe there was a totally advanced civilization that was here before us that built all this immaculate stuff, and they tried to hide the lie and destroy it all and make us start from scratch again. Right. And I don't know. That's a whole nother topic.
Well, yeah, I know. This will not be our only podcast. Don't worry.
I did start watching the.
I do want, like, in the future, especially if you move back, we'll do like one every couple months, and we'll just focus in on a certain theory or topic or whatever. Yeah. This is going to be flat Earth heavy, but we'll get into some other stuff. But I remember going back to, like, pictures again back in school about the pyramids, and they would show these pictures of, like, these big elephants dragging the fucking gazillion-ton fucking stones to make this pyramid, right? Like that. Oh, well, it was a lot of manpower, but a lot of animal power. Yeah. Well, how the fuck did they get the stone onto the fucking board and two elephants are dragging it? There's no fuck. You know how fucking big these things are, and how they get and you have to build it from the ground up.
And they put the last one up on the top.
Like how? I mean, seriously, I would love to have like an actual historian, scientist on here to like sit across from me.
Explain
this without like laughing of how ridiculous it is that humans built this in the fucking BC era. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And we don't even build them now. And we have all this technology. We don't even build pyramids now, except the one in Vegas.
They make boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing is elaborate anymore. Nothing's what it used to be.
And, apparently there's a pyramid on the North Pole, right? A black pyramid.
I thought it was a mountain.
Well, I've read that it's
magnetic.
Well, that's where your compass will point to.
Yeah.
But I've seen images, and probably all AI, but like people talking that it's the pyramid up there that is, because that's another area you can't go.
Yeah.
That's all no fly too. Like why?
Yeah, actually,
we're a world of discovery. We're a world of discovery.
Yeah. You can't fly over there though. The magnetism from that mountain.
Right.
You can't go near it.
Right. So, but why? No, but I mean, like, why is this mountain like so magnetic?
Because that's what runs our free energy on this planet.
All right, explain a little further than that.
You want to get into energy and electricity and all that stuff too?
No, we're just talking about North Pole.
Yeah, that's a whole nother...
man-made?
Yeah, that'd be a whole nother podcast.
But is it man-made? Or the mountain just has this certain...
It has like its own free direct energy magnetism that makes the Earth function. Like... I don't even know how to explain it. Like,
right.
Yeah, with the ether spins around above our heads. We're not spinning. We're not moving. We are stationary, not moving, and the ether is spinning around us. If you look up at the constellations, you see the same constellations above our heads every single night.
I've talked about that before on this show.
And if you do a time-lapse video
right.
of the stars, they're spinning in a circle around us. So actually it's the ether and the magnetism of the energy spinning around above our heads, not us moving at all.
So let's go back to we are a ball spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, 600,000 miles an hour through space.
Yeah.
And everything is stationary above us, for the most part. Like
yeah, how does that work?
If we spin, just common sense. Mm-hmm. If I spin in my chair, when I face the wall, I won't see you, right? That's like the basic science project. Like, okay, I barely see you now.
Yeah.
And then if I face here, I'm just going to look at the wall.
Yeah.
Well, right, then how are
the constellations in the same spot every single night for centuries?
The North Star.
They do not move.
No.
But we're
moving.
You see
the Big Dipper every night.
But we're moving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, chasing the sun. Going through the universe at 661,000 miles. Like, what?
Okay, so...
Yeah, look it up. See what.
No. I've already looked that up before.
And even if you ask globies, how fast is the Earth spinning? How fast are we chasing the sun? They're like, I don't know. Because, yeah.
Right. I'm just asking ChatGPT how far the moon is from the Earth. It is, according to ChatGPT, 238,855 miles away. You know how far that is? Yet, on a clear night, we can literally see craters in this moon. But we see... I've actually read that the moon is a reflection of the Earth.
There you go. A moon is just a mirrored reflection map of our Earth.
Because if you map out the dark parts, it almost mirrors like the North America and South America.
It's exact.
Would it be different if you're in Russia? Would they have a different view of it?
We'd have to go there and look.
Right. I don't know.
I'm all new to all this. I've been a globie for 45 years. So I don't know. I'm still learning.
It's like religion.
That is a good question, though.
Right.
Like, do we see the same stuff that Russia sees?
Right.
On the moon?
Like, when I was a kid, I used to go out to Cape Cod in the summers, and we'd walk the beach at night, and it was a clear night. The moon would, shine that long white reflection down the water.
Yeah.
And no matter how far you walk down that beach, it was still right in front of you.
Yeah.
And, this could be an easily explained in science. I don't know. But I was like, wait a second. I was just a half mile down the beach there, and it was right in front of me. Mm-hmm. And now I'm half mile over here, and it's still right in front of me. So when the person down there is looking, they're seeing a different reflection than I'm seeing in a different area. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it's always right at me.
Yep.
I don't know. Then it should light up the whole fucking ocean.
It should, but it doesn't.
Because if you're seeing it down there and I'm seeing it over here, and then someone in the middle is seeing it at their angle, I don't know. I don't know why I just said that, but I always wondered that. I'm like, wait, why isn't the line still down there where I was just standing? Now it's in front of me again.
Yeah.
Lighting up that, like, do this little experiment at home. Go out to the beach on a clear night and just look where the moon is shining down on the water towards you. It literally will go right to your feet. And then you walk, I don't know, you have to walk a half mile, walk just a little bit down the beach, and then turn and look again. And the same reflection is now reflecting off a different part of the water. So if we have 100 people lined up side by side, hand by hand, and we're all looking in the ocean reflection, you would think it would light up the whole ocean, right?
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with flat Earth, by the way. I got way off topic here. It's just something that always made me curious. Like, why is the whole ocean just not lit up from this? Why is it only my perspective? And you're standing over there and you have a completely different perspective. But your water is lit up. Like if you saw like a little fish jump out in that white beam of light, you only saw it because that was where the moon was reflecting on.
Yeah.
Where if I'm standing 10 yards to your right, I won't see the fish. I won't see the water. I'll only see what's in front of me. Mm-hmm. So how is it lit up there and not there? But yet it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I went with that. But
yeah, we're going to have to look into that one.
I'm on to something though, I think.
Yeah. Definitely on something. I think it might have to do with the...
Does that have to do with flat Earth model? I don't know.
I think it does. Well, because we're the moon's position with the white... Yeah, with the light shining down to the Earth.
Now, are you a religious person?
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to
church.
No,
I'm not.
No, I'm not going to church or anything like that, but right. I'm not like... Yeah, I'm not like a super religious person, but right. I do pray. But
to
I'm
who?
not... Our creator,
Flat Earth Dave.
our creator, our one and only creator, Yahuwah.
Well, see, that's where I'm getting with this. Like, a lot of this stuff is religion-based and Bible-based.
Yeah.
About the Earth being flat.
So, yeah, and that's a whole other topic we're going to have to hit, too, because now they're saying God is a made-up name that they added into the Bible, and it's not actually God. His real name is Yahuwah. So, I've been actually looking into that. Yeah, I'm going to and that's where they get hallelujah and all that stuff. They took God's true real name out of the Bible years ago. His real name is Yahuwah. So anybody look into that and please let me know because that's what I've just started looking into. And yeah, it's just like more lies because how many times do they rewrite the Bible?
I don't know.
They just want us to be so far away from our Creator and God's children and where we are and what we live on. They just want us to be so far away from that where they're just changing everything. So, yeah. And then if you look into it or start changing your mind about something, you're a kooky quack and you think you're crazy.
See, I think your defense is you were kind of kooky quack before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And now I'm over the top.
Well, I'm not saying you're over the top.
No.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, it makes sense you believe the Earth is flat. Like, but we're friends. And that's what I'm getting into now. Like, people like Kyrie Irving and you said Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot of, like, there's not a lot, but there are there's probably more than we think because people don't want to come out and say that this is what they believe in because it's like this big sin. It's like a sin to think the Earth is flat.
There's a guy I found on Twitter. His name is Owen Benjamin. He's apparently really popular on Twitter. But I saw his coming out video of watching Flat Earth, and it is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you don't believe it. Like, people attack you and scream at you just because you just change your mind in an opinion. It's unbelievable.
It is.
Oh, my God.
It's like being a Trumper.
Yeah. Yes, it's totally.
But why do like I don't see anything in the mainstream media that one would even closely come to talking about this topic. That they would never even like entertain the idea of talking about this.
No, because it goes against their narrative.
Right. That's why that like one little white dude in Chicago doing the news and you're like, oh shit, I got attacked for this. Like, but like. I have no problem. Like, if this is what I end up, like, fully believing in, I don't care. You can fucking call me weird and kooky. But, like, there is, like, some really empirical evidence that the Earth is not a globe. I'm not saying it's flat. Like, Like everyone that's like a Globie, like when I follow the shit online and I just read the comments, I just laugh back and forth. There's like, and some dude named like Bert is like, I was an astrophysicist in fucking Harvard, blah blah blah. Like, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so like the Earthers, the globists are always like, well, we have a gazillion pictures of the globe. You guys don't have any pictures of the flat Earth. And my simple response to that is, well, we can't get past the firmament to take a fucking picture.
My answer to that is every single picture of Earth is a picture of the flat Earth.
True, but
it's all.
But they want to see the snow globe. Like, show me the snow globe is what the globies will tell you.
Anybody's like pictures from a distance, it's all flat. And
do you see the picture the other day of the spacewalk? And like the fucking they curvatured the Earth so much in this picture, it looked like an egg. It was like this, like dude.
Yeah, I missed that one.
You didn't see that one?
No.
Yeah, they sent some people up and or supposedly, and the guy went out for a untethered walk or something.
Oh my god.
And like literally like it was like even the globies were on there commenting like, all right, you kind of exaggerated a little bit too much on this picture, but
like why did they have to exaggerate in the first place?
Like what is NASA? Like really?
You tell me.
I don't know. I grew up, I watched...
It's like the biggest money scam going.
Oh, yeah, I watched... what was one of my favorite movies with Bruce Willis, and they went up and they blew up the asteroid, right? Not Independence Day. The other one. They blew up the asteroid before that was going to hit Earth.
Yeah, what movie was that?
With Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. Yeah. They were the oil drillers, and they fucking NASA... I can't believe I can't think of this fucking movie. It's on every Sunday on TNT, for Christ's sakes.
And I can't remember.
God, I'm so shocked. I was at a wedding last night. I wasn't going to drink. Famous fucking last words. I drank. I drank a lot. Mm-hmm. And I drank in the parking lot. I drank on the ride home. I drank a lot. So my mind's a little shot today. And usually I do these at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but we want to go hit some golf balls.
And since I got here, I've been go.
Oh, yeah, you've been nuts.
Go to the Big E. Go down to Yale.
You literally did the dumbest By the way, off topic. Coming back to Connecticut, you've done 2 of the dumbest fucking things you could have done coming back to Connecticut. One is going to the Connecticut Post Mall.
Oh yeah, okay.
And 2 is the Big E.
Yeah.
Now I can give you a little credit for the Big E because like you haven't done it in a really long time.
12 years.
Yeah, and the food and let's get a baked potato and sit with fucking 5 fucking 700-pound women next to me.
I was looking for Trump stuff, by the way.
Yeah, well, we know there's a Trump store in downtown.
All right,
not downtown, on the Post Road.
I'll be hitting that up. But I went to the Big E because I haven't been there in 12 years.
You literally filmed you driving to the mall. I'm like, what is she doing? How disappointed were you with the mall, though?
It was bad.
It was so bad, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
So I once, I went to Target like a year ago. And now if you go to Target there, they keep the fucking gate down to go into the mall, so you can only go into Target from the street, from the parking lot.
Really?
So you can't get in the mall anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? And they have like all the fucking little hand carriages on that side. So you like when you walk in, you can't even get one. You got to walk all the way around. The door that doesn't work is by the Starbucks. Anyway, and this is back when the door was open. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a lap. It was depressing.
It was very sad.
I mean, half the stores are closed.
Yeah.
Closed up, like fucking wood on the windows. And the other stores were just like 90% of them were like either a cell phone store or like I don't know, like a weird clothing store or like there was like fucking a lot of shoe stores. Yeah. Thank you. There's a shitload of shoe stores.
Yeah.
And like I remember like growing up and like my friends worked at like fucking Foot Locker and I got free shoes out the back door, and like all this great shit when you were kids, you got the hookup. Speaking of hookups, I got a hookup at I don't know the guy's name, so I won't call him out, but he hooked me up at Chipotle the other day. Mm-hmm. And so I was with I can't even I'm not gonna say it because I don't want it to get back to this kid, but he just discounted my price because of who I was with. And I was paying for it, and he's like $20. So I like handed him $25. Like I wasn't even paying attention. I know I thought it was like kind of a low price.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I hand him $25, and he's like, thanks. He's like, just so you know, I didn't ring everything up. I'm like, oh, okay, give me that $5 back. Here's a 10. I'm like, I just got hooked up at Chipotle, like the first time in fucking my life. And then they found rats at the one in New Haven. So You see that in the news today? Do you follow like any like Channel 8 or anything?
Do
like,
I watch the news at all? No.
No, but like you're on Twitter. You're on, shit comes by your feed. Don't tell me. I hate when people tell me they don't watch the news because I believe you that you don't watch the news, but there's no way in hell in this current algorithm of these fucking social media sites that you don't see something.
Okay, I'm actually not on Twitter going, I'm not scrolling through Twitter. I'm on Telegram, so if I see something that's from Twitter on Telegram, I click on it and then go to Twitter. And then I might get caught in and then get scrolling.
See?
But I'm actually not going to Twitter every morning or whenever and going, okay, let me check out what's going on Twitter today. So Twitter or X, whatever, is the only one that I'm actually like, all right, I found something on Telegram. Let me click on that. And then it takes me to X. And I'm
if you're on Facebook, you're on Facebook.
I am on Facebook.
You just put fucking 17 fucking stories on Facebook of the fucking tunnel in Hamden, the fucking Boston Post Road.
Okay, I haven't been here in 8 years. So it's like reminiscing. And do I want to come back? And all my little Canadians are living life in Connecticut with me right now through all my stories.
Oh, man.
A few of my friends are like, what's Connecticut like? I said, I'll take some pictures and post them. You can check out what it's like. And the other thing I did, which I've never done, no, that's a lie. In high school, we went wandering around down in Yale.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Jen, maybe, in high school, we were like, let's go wander around Yale and see what's going on down there. So I remember doing that in high school, but...
Yeah, there's, I love Connecticut. I really do.
But now that I'm actually watching a show on YouTube, it's called My Lunch Break. And that he gets into all the old world buildings.
Yeah.
And like, how did they build Yale with hammers and chisels and
all these? I mean, think about the rocks without cranes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, how did they get all the way up there?
Now that I was looking into all that.
I mean, the scaffolding, I guess, but some of those rocks are pretty fucking big.
Exactly. So now that I'm looking at all that, I'm like, I'm going to go wandering around Yale and actually look at the old world buildings.
Right.
That they say they built with hammers and chisels, which is totally impossible. So that's why I did that the other day, taking pictures of all the old world buildings.
So you were doing show research.
I am.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
And I'm actually going to send some of those pictures to my lunch break and be like, hey, I was down at Yale. Here, check these out, these old world buildings.
If there's any, like I don't know, construction people that are listening, like I would love to, like, actually get a real explanation of like, how they think these things were built.
Yeah.
In 1700s.
Yeah. When did the power tool come out?
Right.
86 or something? Around
well, I think it was, before that, probably, but
okay,
my dad has been a carpenter since the 70s.
Okay, okay, back then, but...
We'll call it the 50s, probably. I mean, it's much more advanced now. I mean, they had corded drills back then, and my dad had a nail gun back in the 80s, so, I mean, that stuff's been around a while, but you don't see anything fabricated like this shit back then, though.
No.
Like, they put up a fucking, 10-unit fucking... housing, fucking low-income housing in Milford, fucking in like fucking 4 days, like boom, 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 done. What the fuck?
Yeah, and how long?
And it's crap.
How long does it last?
Yeah, my buddy lives in one now. It's nice, but it's not like what he's paying nice. John, if you're watching, I'm talking about you. my one Twitch follower. If anyone's listening, you could literally, if like you just want to hear my dumb shit rambling, subscribe to Day Drinking with Dog on Twitch, and like you'll get a notification. And when I come on live, and like usually like the first 5 minutes are funny because I don't really like the show isn't really running yet because I edit it all down on YouTube, Twitch. And it only stays on Twitch for 2 weeks, so then thank God it gets eliminated. But like Twitch was like a gaming fucking service. It was like the gamers used it, but now like I see a lot of podcasts are going on it and shit.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's wrap up the flat Earth stuff.
Want to change your mind on Flat Earth? Watch The Next Level.
Right, watch The Next Level, like, and follow Flat Earth Dave is good.
He's actually got an app.
Yeah, I know. I tried. So listen, he did, and I searched it, and I couldn't find it. Like, I almost thought, like, oh, Apple and whatever, they don't want this app on their fucking platform. I couldn't find it. Maybe after the show, show me exactly what I'm looking for.
FED, I think it's called.
Yeah, something. Yeah. I couldn't find it. It brought me right to the Fed website. But yeah, follow him. I follow the Flat Earther on Twitter. There are more pictures. And then let's talk a little bit about the fittest Flat Earther.
The fittest Flat Earther.
So I follow him on Instagram, and he literally has like he doesn't really talk about Flat Earth anymore. His whole conspiracy now is like celebrities being the same people.
Yeah.
Like, and he does those, like, like the face things.
Yes.
And, like, in the beginning, I was like, oh, like the Brad Pitt, he thinks Brad Pitt is also Benicio del Toro, right?
Yeah.
And when he does the side-by-sides, and like, that was convincing. I'm like, holy shit.
And the other one's Morgan Freeman and Jimi Hendrix.
Yes, that's a good one. That one's been around a while.
Is that the same person?
Yeah. And like that, like the ages match up. The ages match up.
Yeah. One disappeared.
But then he got it like Tom Brady being Gary Busey. And I'm like, wait a second. First of all, they're like 40-year age gap. I physically met Tom Brady in person at a Patriots game. Like, no, come on, dude.
But then, is that like a clone? Is he talking about clones?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is he
like,
cloned in a lab, and that's just a younger version
of him?
Busey?
Yeah, maybe. And I like Gary Busey too. I love both of them. But like some of them were getting like really wacky. And what was the latest one? I could probably pop on my phone. Who was it? Sorry. Like he just did one the other day, and I'm like, this guy's really getting out there now. What's his name? Fittest
Flat Earther.
Yeah, let's just see who he fucking did now. Oh, he just. Oh no, these are the ones he pinned. The first one that's pinned is the Brad Pitt. Now I want to see a picture of the two of them together, and I couldn't find it on the internet.
I want to see them, in the same room together.
Yep. Oh, John Benet Ramsey. You know who that is?
Yeah.
The little girl that got murdered?
Yeah.
She is now, hold on.
Oh my God.
Katy Perry.
Oh my God.
Right? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's...
And they're even saying, there's another girl saying she's Madeline McCain. I saw that a while back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's got the same birthmark on her eye. Like,
who's this one? Paul Walker is somebody. All he does now. He's like... Tupac is... Hold on, this is my favorite one.
Oh, my God.
Tupac is... I don't even know who this guy is he's talking about, though. I don't know. Some guy I don't know. Probably some fucking... But he's somebody now. This one. Taylor Swift. I don't know who this is, but Troye Sivan.
Oh, my God.
Right?
They actually look
right.
like...
They got... Like, she has an Adam's apple. See that on camera? I don't know. So this guy was fun to watch for a while. Now it's just more amusing because he's just like picking out these like most random shit. Like I like the Jim Carrey was Biden one though. That one because how they stumble up the stairs. It's like it's like how like Carrey would stumble on the show back in the day.
Yeah, and how he fell over on his bike.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
But
I actually think Biden's a few people. Like he's actually Jim Carrey and
right. So there was somebody else. They called that out.
Yeah.
So follow those guys and the next level.
The next level.
If you know Jodi, she has it. She can send it to you. If you know me, I have it. I can send it to you.
Yeah.
It's like I know you're completely a flat earther. Like I
100%.
said, I am intrigued by it. I don't know exactly where I stand, but there's more. I think facts on the flat Earth side, scientifically, and there's more like over the top. Like if you really sit back and think about the facts they're telling you about the Earth being a globe, it's kind of like it's like laugh out loud. But it's
we have science and they have pseudoscience.
Right.
So
and they have control. They have control.
Yeah.
And
they can make whatever
the fuck they want.
Yeah, make up whatever they want.
Look at Rockefeller. Just like Google Rockefeller and what he wanted to do with the schools back in the 19th.
How about when he took over the schools and he
just
wanted a
Google
nation of workers, not thinkers.
Yep. That's what they want.
Yeah, and that started in 1920. Just before 1920. Yeah, they were actually teaching flat Earth in school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
And I don't think it's like a flat pancake. Like, bleh. I think we're
and you align like the Antarctica Treaty and just line up. Put all these things in a timeline of when they all happened.
Yeah.
And I was born in the 70s. You were born in the late 70s.
77.
Yeah. And we didn't know any better.
Nope. We believed what they were telling us.
So like when the internet first came out,
respect your elders. Right. Listen to what they tell you.
Like the government tries to shut these sites down all the time. Mm-hmm. Like why?
Exactly.
Why?
Where did flat Earth even come about? Like, if we all did believe that we were on a ball, who was the one person that said maybe we're not?
Watch the interviews of pilots.
Yeah.
If you interview 10 pilots, 9 are going to tell you the Earth is flat.
Flight paths.
Yeah.
Look at emergency flight landings.
Yeah.
That explains it right there. Mm-hmm. But people will look at that and be like, nope.
Because if you look at how many corporations, companies, restaurants, the chains use a globe in their their imagery.
Yeah.
The
iPhone.
Right.
When you first buy a new iPhone, what's
it's
the first
picture of the globe?
See?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I know.
Like Google Earth, like really, come on.
Yeah. There's another.
You really think there's a satellite up there that's going to zoom in on you fucking in your backyard cooking a fucking hot dog? No, they just charted out all this shit. Like I don't have Google Earth anymore, but like the first time I ever went on it was the house I lived at in Orland Street. And I'm like, oh, let me fucking type in the address. And it was just like a car from the previous owner sitting in a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, well, that's not current. Because my Jeep's out back. That's like an Oldsmobile. So, I don't know. I was just like, I'm skeptical of everything. And I love conspiracy theories. And I am now. I get into a lot of them. And thank you for a lot of the shit you've sent me. One of my favorite was the Challenger.
I was just going to mention
that is astonishing. Like
we all watched that, and
I watched it in school. I was in 5th grade, 4th or 5th grade, I think, and we were all in the cafeteria, and they wheeled the TVs in, like they knew this was going to happen. Like they were coached to do this.
Yeah,
they never wheeled TVs into the fucking. We were just eating lunch, having a good time. And they wheeled it in. They made us all watch.
Yeah.
Before it happened. Like, we watched it live. How did they know this was going to happen? We had 3 channels back then. I just spit on my mic. We had 3 channels back then.
Yep.
And they wheel it in, and we watch it, and we all just like, oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's to scare the shit out of us, so nobody would ever want to explore space.
Right.
Like, oh, leave that to the professionals. Right. Let them do it. Okay. Right. So we're going to...
Not anyone could go into space. Look, this teacher from New Hampshire tried to.
Yep.
Look what happened.
Yep.
No, go back to your books and study.
It was basically, it scared the shit out of everybody, so nobody wants to explore it. But hey, let us do it.
This is one I fully, truly believe in. These people are still alive.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's one at Yale University. That's what we need to do when you come back. We got to go down to Yale.
You
were there. What the fuck? You didn't look her up.
Resnick.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
She's there.
I know.
With the same fucking name.
I know. Let's go. I'm here till next Saturday.
We'll look her up in the Yale directory.
On our way to golfing, we'll go stop by Yale.
This could be a long project.
I actually went looking for the skull and bones too.
Oh yeah.
Yale.
Yeah. What they had? They have like so many secret societies in all these old Ivy League schools: Harvard, Yale, Princeton.
Yeah.
There's what was the movie? It was based off of Yale. I don't know. It was like the kids, and there was some secret society. I forget, but I remember reading about it, and it was like, this is like it's not like based on true stories, but it's whatever. Yeah, but the idea literally came from this secret society at Yale, and like the Masons and all that shit.
Yeah, the swamp.
Yeah,
that Trump is trying to drain.
it.
Yeah.
Speaking of your boy Trump, you got some. If you're watching, you see all the ink on our arms, but you have new ink on your leg.
Yes, I do.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Got it up in Nova Scotia.
Should I whip my leg up?
No, it's all right. I'll take a picture of it and post on Instagram.
Okay.
What's it of?
I did. I got a Trump tattoo standing in front of the Capitol. And I love it. His back is to the Capitol.
He's facing the Capitol.
Basically, I'm about to
take over this shit again, bitch.
And clean it up. So, yeah.
Do you see one of the videos? Actually, literally, they all meld together because I've watched like 10 of them. All these videos you sent me. But the one about Trump that I've watched a couple times because when I did my show about Las Vegas, he was mentioned in the Vegas shooting as warning the prince, who was at the country concert, that they're going to come and kill you, and that was one of the underlying theories behind the whole shooting was to kill the Saudi prince. Yep. Who was there. Trump warned him, and he got out of there.
Yeah.
And, obviously there was mass casualties, unfortunately, but that's kind of a theory I believe in because he had his leaders arrested and he took over.
Yeah.
And they knew that was coming. And a lot of it was because of, child sex trafficking, which is just despicable.
It is.
And
it's awful.
That's what these literally globalists do. Mm-hmm. It's a non-talked about for whatever reason.
Because they're all doing
right,
it. They
they're all
don't want
doing
their
it.
little dirty secrets.
Yeah, we'll get into P. Diddy in a second, but
oh my God, yeah.
But yeah, so that documentary was great about Trump, and it showed it was the one where
greatest show on earth.
Yes, the greatest show on earth, and it talked a lot about his capitulants tour.
Yeah.
Which is basically going around to when he became president, going around. So he was president in January of 2017, and by that October 1, they call it 1 October, was the shooting. Mm-hmm. And he was leading up to that. He was basically going to all these countries. And my favorite one was when he went and saw the Pope. And they compared the Pope's reaction to meeting Barack Obama was all smiles, giggles, and probably touching each other's butts to when Trump met him. And the dude's face was just sunken.
Yeah.
Because literally Trump had him in another room, one-on-one talking, and then when they walked out in front of the cameras and they did the side-by-side of his face with Barack and his face with Don, and it was like 180. And basically, theory is Donald went in there and said, I'm coming to save the kids.
Yeah.
So now he just came out and backed Kamala. Well, no shit. Like, you want they all want their shit in place. That's why there's these fucking election interferences.
Yep.
No one wants Trump in the world.
No.
Apparently he's meeting Zelensky today. I can't wait to read about that.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I moved to Canada and he got in office, I was like, I'm the smartest American going. Right. I'm in Canada. Oh, my God. Trump, he's crazy. And then I actually did some research on him. I watched that capitulation tour and that documentary of what he's actually doing. And I'm like, oh, my God. I was so brainwashed from listening to mainstream media of them turning me against him.
Right.
Me not actually looking into it and seeing what he's actually doing.
Right.
And draining the swamp and trying to save children from child sex trafficking.
Right. I went from being a Trump supporter because everyone hated him. And that was the only... I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Fuck the people. Drain the swamp. Let this guy get in there. Mm-hmm. To, after watching that documentary you sent me, to actually... praying he becomes the next president again. And I don't pray, but I'm praying for this because it's I don't even care about the economy. I don't care about, I mean I do, but like that doesn't really change me one way or another. Mm-hmm. But I care about the kids. And that is like his number one fucking thing is to drain that swamp of sex trafficking children.
Yep.
And every country on this fucking flat earth is part of it.
Yep.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
That's why they're blowing up the biolabs.
Diddy is literally the next Jeffrey Epstein.
There's so many Diddies though. Like just one of them.
Yeah.
Epstein was just one of them. There's so many of them.
You know how many islands that we can't get to or that they do this shit at?
Yeah.
Did you see the movie?
Underground tunnels.
Did you see the movie about the
Sound of Freedom?
Yes. Did you see it?
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Fantastic movie. I saw it was probably the only movie I've seen in the theaters in the last fucking 8 years. I went by myself.
You saw it in the theater?
I saw it in the theater. I went by myself.
Yeah.
And I watched it. It was a friend of mine came on the show and we both watched. She actually kind of turned me on to the movie. She's like, you got to see it. I just saw it. Mm-hmm. So I went on a fucking Saturday afternoon by myself. There's like 3 other people, 2 of them probably jerking off behind me. And I watched this movie. I felt like it was kind of weird. For the only movie I've ever seen by myself in a theater. But it was fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, it was sad and depressing and holy shit, this shit really happens. But this dude was a fucking maniac. Like, he was awesome. Like,
yeah, and the fact that Trump's trying to help eradicate that, like, I'm, like, all for anything that Trump does.
Right.
He's trying to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Everything else is bonus.
Right.
Like, oh, my God. So, yeah. That's
meanwhile, the left, and I'm not a big fucking abortions person here, but the left is like, holy shit, he's fucking... women's rights and all this shit. Like, well, no, he's trying to keep you from murdering children, which is his kind of other thing with child sex trafficking. It kind of goes, and really, he's just handing it down to the states. Yeah. But whatever. But they'll push the 2025 project shit narrative down your throats when he'll literally come out and say, "I didn't write it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know what he's telling you." And then you'll scroll down Twitter and it's Kamal coming on and is like, "Well, when 2025 project hits, you're all gonna fucking." Blah, blah, blah. He literally just said in a debate, I don't even know the dude that wrote it. Like, I don't know. Why do you keep pushing that? Because, yeah, it's a conservative agenda. Mm-hmm. How many liberal agendas are there that fucking you shove down our throats? It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So how's your reaction to the tattoo? People love it probably, huh?
I got it last Wednesday.
Oh, so it's that fresh ink.
And up in Canada. So
Trudeau, he's so good looking, isn't he?
I had a lot of the Canadians attacking me. Why the hell did you get that on your leg? What is wrong with you? I'm like, I love him.
Right.
Do you realize he's trying to eradicate child sex trafficking? They're like, oh, no, but he's a racist.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So they go back to like, he's a racist.
They have like 4 talking points about him that are pretty much all been debunked.
He's a racist.
The Charlottesville thing.
He burned some people in business way back in the day. That's
what they all do.
Yeah, but that's what I've been getting a lot lately. Oh, he burned a bunch of people in business. I'm like, who gives a shit? Did he do it recently? And if he did, do you have facts on that? Right. Oh, he's a racist. Did you hear him like being a racist? Do you actually have video on that? Well, no. Oh, like, what are you guys going off of?
Right.
So, yeah.
And they take his felony charge and they turn that into a sexual abuser. He's a convicted sexual abuser.
Yeah.
No, he inflated a property value like everyone else does in the fucking world.
Yeah. They can't find anything on him. They keep trying. They can't find anything on him. He keeps being innocent, and everybody keeps
Sometimes I just wish he would just fucking shut up, though. But then I like him more because he has no filter. He just doesn't care.
That's what I love.
Like, I thought the greatest line he ever did in the debate against Biden was, "I'm here because you suck. I don't want to be here. But you made me run again because you can't run a country." Like, if you were doing a good job, I wouldn't be standing here with you.
That's excellent. And then you got Kamala going on and on saying, I'm going to do this when I get in. I'm going to do that when you're in right now. Do it now.
Right.
You're there. Do it. All the shit you're saying you're going to do, you can do right now.
Right.
Why didn't you do it the last 3 years?
Right.
Oh, but now
and then all the leftist defenders are like, well, she's vice president. She really doesn't have... Well, no, she was literally in charge of the border. That was like... The president always gives the vice president like a role or two. Like, this is what you're going to do. Yeah. You handle the border.
And look at the border. Oh, my. Anyways.
I don't know. So I'm actually... I read just before you got here that he's meeting Zelensky today. And God... I wonder what that conversation is like. Trump probably just going to walk in and be like, yo, you used to be the actor, right? Yeah. You're the one taking all our money?
The cross-dresser with the heels on that used to dance around. Yeah. That's you?
That's you? Okay, cool. What's your relationship with Joe and his son, Hunter, again? I forget. What is it?
And how much money did he give you?
Like, every time I see videos of, what's their capital? In Ukraine, not Kiev. Kiev? No, that's Russia. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like wherever like the capital city is, like there's literally like TikTokers, like young girls in their 20s, like partying downtown every day at the nightclubs. It's like, wait, where's this war exactly?
Yeah.
Like,
because it's all bullshit.
You ever seen the movie? This probably I keep forgetting. You're almost my age. Wag the Dog. It was with like Dustin Hoffman, and it was basically. They created like a fake war.
Yeah, I was
like
told,
they worked with the media to like it's so funny how like when you watch these movies, you don't think about the time because you're like when you're kids you're just watching a movie you're at the theater, it's an event, you're eating popcorn, you're having a good time, explosions and shit.
Yeah.
But then when you go back and like just on a Sunday afternoon, it happens to be on fucking whatever HBO or TNT or whatever. And now we're adults that think for ourselves and are critical thinkers now.
Some of us,
not all of us. There are people that just, fucking Independence Day's on. Will Smith, yay. Why can't I still remember the name of the other movie with Bruce Willis? It's fucking...
I can't either.
John, if you're watching, just text me the name of the fucking movie. I'm so shot right now. Anyway, so... you look back at these movies and you're like, wow, like life really imitates art and vice versa. Like, there's no way these film directors and these movie conglomerates and these high ups at like, you know, these Universal Studios or whatever are just coming up with these fucking wacky ideas. And then you look back like The Simpsons, like they're like fucking nailing everything. You know, they are fucking like soothsayers. They are fucking coming out there and like predicting shit.
Yeah, if I want to find out what's going on,
I
watch The Simpsons.
Right.
I'm like, okay, what's coming next?
Like COVID was like that episode where there was all the fucking media heads of Fox and NBC. They're all sitting around that round table and like, well, how about we do a pandemic? Like, let's keep everyone inside. You know, like, holy shit, that just happened.
Yeah,
you know,
same with the firmament. They got everybody enclosed in a dome. Like,
oh yeah,
they got Trump coming down the escalator. Oh,
yes, God. There's so many things.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to know what's going on? Watch The Simpsons.
Watch The Simpsons.
See what's coming.
Well, they predict. Yeah, see what's coming.
Yeah. The other thing is they got to show you what's going to happen before it happens. They got to tell you what they're doing. The swamp has to tell you what they're doing before they do it. And how do they do that? Through the movies.
Right.
They're showing us what they're showing it before they do it.
In plain sight.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's
like, here, this is what's coming now.
This is what's coming.
Yeah. So what's coming now? Like a zombie apocalypse?
All right, so,
like what? The Walking Dead? What's coming?
Right. Believe me.
What was that movie that Barack Obama put on Netflix?
Oh, yeah.
End of the World or whatever.
I don't know. I don't really go on that. Their movies suck.
Yeah.
Like the movies they produce are awful. So they'll sign like Adam Sandler like a 10-movie deal and they're all garbage.
Yeah.
They're just taking the money and running. Mm-hmm. Can't wait for Happy Gilmore too though. That brings me back. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, do you think? So they tried to kill Trump twice. I mean, literally one bullet grazed him. There's somebody in on it because the guy that at the golf course, like only like 10 people knew he was golfing there that day, and that guy just had to be camping out in the woods with a fucking AR. Okay. Does he survive it to election day? 1, 2. If he does, and he is elected, does he make the 4 years? What's your prediction? What's your Simpson prediction? I know you want him to live. We all do.
I know. Honestly, I didn't think of that. I haven't. No.
I mean, they are hell-bent.
I know.
Hell-bent on killing him.
I know. And
now Iran's involved in it.
I'm pretty sure there is one episode of The Simpsons where he dies.
Yeah.
Like, they got him in a coffin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw that. It was a quick meme I watched.
So that's why I'm like, I don't want to believe that because I don't want him to die. Right. So I didn't.
Oh, well, I mean, The Simpsons aren't 100%.
So far, they have been.
Well, I don't really watch it. I just watch it when they go back and look at it. Yeah. I mean, the CBS anchor, I reported this back like a year ago. There was a correspondence dinner. And there was a female CBS reporter. And they were just interviewing her after the dinner. And she was the one that predicted. She's like, everything that I hear in the media is a black swan event coming. And I didn't ever heard that term before. Because I'm like you. I'm just kind of really getting really involved in it and finding out. I'm like, black swan. I'm like, okay. Then I researched it. I'm like, oh, this is like the pandemic was the black swan event of Trump's first term. And then she went on to say it's going to be much worse than the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the 2 assassination attempts were technically black swan events, because obviously if he was killed in either one of them, you and I might not be sitting next to each other right now.
Yeah, I don't think that those were them.
Okay.
I think something's coming. I'm not sure what.
Globally? Like a pandemic type thing?
I know from America, for the most part. I'm not.
They don't want us to get out and vote.
No.
Like, they will tell you, you go down the For You section in Twitter, and everything you read is Kamala's up by 10 points. like, dude, there's no fucking way.
I know I'm in a blue state, but I couldn't believe I was driving around seeing Kamala signs. Like, these people really, are you serious?
Right.
Anyways.
I had a neighbor who had I was actually impressed. After they announced Walls, like the next day she had a Kamala Walls sticker on her car. I'm like, damn, that was fast. I waited 6 weeks through some fucking site on Twitter to get mine. She had it the next day. Like, she knew. She knew it was coming. Fuck. We got to recruit these people to our side. Like, how do I get a fucking Trump Vance sticker, like, the next day?
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
I applaud her for that. You're fucking an idiot, but I applaud you for that.
Like, what is Kamala saying to make that person go, oh, my God, yes.
Right.
Woo!
I don't know.
I like the economy the way it is. I like living like this. Like, are you serious? I like all these people coming in the open border. I love it all. Come on, let's get her in and make it keep going.
I know, right? Yeah. I just, it used to infuriate me. Now I don't. Now I just laugh. That's why I read the fucking. It's like reading like the fucking newspaper every day. I just go to the For You section in Twitter. You know, I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm just scrolling. I'm like, oh yeah, you're an asshole. Okay, cool. Like I literally walk outside in the nice fresh air with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
For people that just go on Twitter and type like hatred things, like what the fuck? Like why?
I know.
Does it make you feel better to get it off your chest?
I think it does.
To the world
that's what their life revolves around.
Right.
Oh my God, I gotta put this. Oh.
And it's just so ironic that they all hate Elon Musk, yet they're paying him money to fucking talk their fucking shit. Like, how ironic is that? Like, you hate the man.
Yeah.
You hate him. You hate him like Trump. Like, when Trump's gone, he's the next bullseye.
Yeah.
Elon will be the next bullseye. You know, and then it's going to be, you know, I love Vivek. I can't wait till Vivek gets a little older and more. He's already savvy, but, like, I really like that guy.
Look at Elon back in the day and look at him now.
Right.
Does he look the same?
Oh, Jesus. Are you doing a flat earth fucking fittest flat earther thing on me right now?
Maybe. Just look at him way back in the day and look at a picture of Elon now.
Yeah, but way back in the day, he was just fucking around, banging broads, fucking a billionaire, fucking starting car companies, loving life. And then he changed. Like, this shit fucking ages you. Dealing with this stuff on a daily.
He looked older back then than he does now.
Oh,
he looks like a totally different.
Then I'm fucking wrong. I thought you were saying he looked like.
No, opposite.
No? Oh, all right. Well, scratch
he looked
that.
Like, yeah, he was like.
I guess he
looks like
it.
a totally different person.
Oh, he's got money. He gets fucking Rogaine and shit in his hair.
Rogaine.
I don't know.
Plastic surgery.
All right,
got a whole new face.
I kind of want to save this topic for our next episode because I think there's way too much to come out, and that's the P. Diddy. I know we kind of glossed over it. The Justin Bieber part of it.
Oh my God.
It's a saddeningly fascinating story.
Yeah.
And we all talk about it at work with your friends, you know, because it's not like Jeffrey. No one knew who Jeffrey Epstein was.
No.
Or who whatever her name was, Maxine. No one knew who she was. They only wanted to see the names. And then when all the names were like celebrities and Trump, you know, the only person that the mainstream media will tell you was on that fucking checklist was Trump. No one else that was on there. They'll bring their names up. It's just, oh, Trump's on there. Yes.
And he wasn't.
And then Trump, even if he was, Trump actually came out and said, I went to the island because I wanted to see what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, but he wasn't involved in any of that stuff. Yeah.
He wanted to shut it down.
Yeah.
That's why he went. Mm-hmm. So, Diddy, now, we all know Hollywood is fucked up. They've been fucked up since Hollywood began. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was all run by these fucking fucked up people. And they compromised every one of them. Every fucking person you see, like, it's funny. There's a handful of people that were never compromised, like 50 Cent, Cat Williams, Rob Schneider. You know, these guys are like, well, 50 still has a really good career, but they've all gone. They've decided not to sell their soul, and now like Jim Brewer's like he goes on like, you know, Fox every once in a while, or he does a comedy show, and Rob Schneider is like basically blacklisted from any kind of movies until Mel Gibson gets his act together and fucking creates this new movie company. But like, they're all involved. They've all sold their souls.
Yeah. They all wanted the money.
Right.
They wanted to go to the next level. And you got to keep doing
like
the
Katy
ritual.
Perry's a poster child of this.
Oh, I know. She was, what, a gospel singer or something?
Yep.
Then she
plucked
sold
her.
Yeah, she said, I wasn't going anywhere, and I sold my soul, and now here I am. Yeah.
So there's a girl in Milford that...
so sad.
She's an actress. Mm-hmm. She came out like a couple years ago and said that she was like suing Katy Perry and her management because she thought she was supposed to be Katy Perry. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they plucked Katy instead of her. And that opened my eyes. Like, wait, aren't these people just based on talent? But really, no.
It's what you're going to do
for it.
Right,
it's what you're going to do for it. And she's admitted in podcasts that she sold her soul. So there was a video of Kelly Clarkson and Kevin Hart. Did you see this one?
Yep.
And I don't know who was interviewing who, but Kelly kind of slipped and said, you know, they wanted me to sell my soul. And Kevin Hart like basically called a TO.
He was like, stop.
Yeah, whoa, we're not talking about that shit here.
Yep.
We talk about whatever you want, but we're not talking about that.
Yep.
And it's like, Jesus
He went,
Christ.
Did I slip?
Did I say that? Oh, I'm
was
sorry.
I not supposed to talk?
You sent me, I don't know, he sent me a fucking million things. You sent me some video that was like basically like Disney and all that shit and all the phallically, everything looks like a penis or a fucking tits or like all the children movies.
Yeah.
There's so many like sexual innuendos, visuals in there that when you're a kid you don't really think about it.
Yep.
You're just watching, Bambi walk around and get shot or fucking whatever.
Brainwashing kids.
Yeah, it's fucking
that don't
insane.
even know they're seeing it.
Right. Like, even as adults, like what's the big one in The Lion King? When the smoke comes out, sex,
yeah.
sex. Yeah, he's up on the mountain ledge.
Yeah,
yeah.
He goes down and the dust
comes up and it literally spells out sex.
Yep. And then there's a big.
But it happens so fast.
Yeah, Little Mermaid. There's a dick on the front cover.
Yep.
There's a porno, a naked lady porno. I think that one's in Cinderella.
Yeah.
Like they're on a roller coaster or something, the mice, and they're going through like the walls, and you can see a porno of a naked lady on the wall if you stop it. If you just watch it, you're not going to see it. But if you pause it right at the...
Yeah. There was somebody at I want to say it was Kendrick Lamar concert or one of those guys, and they were filming it from like, they're on their iPhone. They were filming part of the show from way up top, and you got the Jumbotron behind him.
Yeah.
And he filmed it and he went home. And then he rewatched it, and he saw like a red flash on the Jumbotron. Like, just, it was that quick.
Yeah.
So he went back and he slowed it down. And it literally was fucking Lucifer. That flash for a fucking probably 1 millimeter of a second. Just went boop. And he slowed it down. He showed it on Twitter. I don't know if it's kind of like, it was one of those guys. Oh, no. Who was the one that had the Houston Astroland shit with the Stampede? Who was that?
Because I don't listen to any of that.
Right, neither
Travis
do I.
Scott.
Travis Scott. Yes, Travis Scott, who has his own Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Or a meal at McDonald's.
No way.
Yeah, the Travis Scott meal is like fucking six fucking, I don't know. Like, you never like the Megan Thee Stallion had her own meal. It's like what they like and it's just marketing. But
yeah, they don't do that in Canada, so I'm like, what? What?
I'm surprised they allow McDonald's in Canada.
I know.
You got a good president up there. He's fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
So, obviously I just said so. So, obviously you're a hockey enthusiast.
Yeah, you knew that, right?
Right, of course.
No, no, not the hockey.
Oh, what?
Justin Trudeau?
Yeah.
I just heard it's Fidel Castro's son. Did you hear that part?
No.
Yeah, I'll have to send you something on that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at them, too. They look exactly
here we
alike.
go.
Yeah. Father-son.
Father-son or same person?
Yeah, even Trump mentioned it in one of his rallies.
Yeah.
He said, and Justin Trudeau and his father, Fidel. I was like, what?
I was in Banff, Canada in 2016 by myself.
By yourself.
Yes. Well, this is the only self-vacation I've ever done. I just wanted to get away.
All right.
And I was single. So, you know what? I'm just going to go up to Canada. I love Canada. I like everywhere I went. I've been to Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary, where Banff is. Mm-hmm. And you ever been out there?
Nope.
Oh, God. It's
Nova
fucking
Scotia,
amazing.
all the way.
Yep. It's amazing. Like, if you like that kind of shit. Mountains, hiking, all that shit. And the cute little downtown. And this was 2016 when Trump was running for president. Mm-hmm. So, I've told the story before. I'm not going to really tell it again. But I'm out there, and I go... So, the kind of the Ruth Chris of Canada is the keg, right?
Yeah.
Right? The steakhouse.
Yeah.
So there was a keg in downtown Banff. So I went there, just sat at the bar, had some cocktails and a steak. And I just start talking to these random 3 old dudes next to me. And on the news comes Trump. He's on the campaign trail, whatever. And these motherfuckers, like, just... You're from America, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what do you think of Trump, that fucking asshole? And they're like getting all fired up. And I'm like, fuck, I'm by myself. Like, these guys weren't old guys. They were just older than me. Mm-hmm. But there's like 3 of them. And I could see the fury in their eyes. Talking about Trump. And this is like before Trump was even Trump, And I'm like, I don't really follow politics much, And then I just sat there, and these guys are muttering to each other, fuck that guy, blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you care? You live in Canada.
Yes.
You have a fucking tyrant of a leader that you really didn't realize until 2020 when the pandemic hit.
Yep.
And I finally had a couple drinks, and I just look over, I'm like, by the way, I'm probably voting for Trump. Not fucking Hillary, that's for sure. Because she's a fucking murderer. And they're like, what? And I'm like, she's a fucking murderer. Look it up. She murders people. Literally.
She does.
There's like a fucking laundry. That list is longer than Pete Diddy's fucking party tally.
Don't go work for her.
Guest list. Whatever you want to call it. Like, holy shit, this lady is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But they own a lot. They know a lot. So they don't get in trouble. Like, why do you think she stayed with Bill after the fucking Monica Lewinsky shit?
Yeah.
Like, she knew she had him.
Yep.
She could have done the thing, got divorced, went on with her own life. Nope, she knew she had him. Mm-hmm. She's more conniving than Bill.
She runs the shit.
Yeah.
He's just a puppet.
Yep.
He is a puppet.
So I want to wait on the P. Diddy thing till some more facts come out. So we'll do that one, and Oprah too. But there's a lot of. I think
Oprah's next. Yeah. And like Jay-Z and Beyonce and all them. They're all gonna come out.
I may have to take like my Viva sponsorship off these shows. I don't want to really involve them in the shit we're gonna talk about. It's like one like people sponsor like a show like, well, they don't reflect the views of this show. Like you're just here to sponsor. But the guys are great. But they just let me spew my dumb shit. Which brings me to my douche of the week. Now this is totally off topic.
All right.
But it's a topic that I bring up every once in a while. And my douche of the week is whoever does PR or runs the WNBA. So Caitlin Clark, obviously, is their golden ticket to becoming relevant. Mm-hmm. Nobody watches the WNBA. Mm-hmm. But the ratings have been up since Caitlin came into the league. And every black player, literally, if they were on the street, would get arrested for how they foul this poor girl. They hate her. I don't understand it. Like, I don't care if you hate her. But realize she's your Tiger Woods. She's your Michael Jordan. She's the one that are getting eyes on your league. She's the one that are making people turn on the TV, buy gear, buy a jersey, buy a ticket to the actual fucking game.
Yeah.
Gonna get your salaries bigger. She already got you chartered flights instead of fucking going to fucking Tweed and New Haven to fly out to Indiana. Like, she got this for you. Not on her own merit, because of her popularity, like, and her skill in the game. Mm-hmm. She got you this. And you can't accept it. So she just played they played the Connecticut Sun at Mohegan in the playoffs. They just got eliminated 2 nights ago. So the Mohegan Sun, or the WNBA, is actually considering getting law enforcement involved because they think all Indiana Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans are racist. Without a single, like, ounce of fucking anything to stand behind. No one, like, saying the N-word to her on the court. There's nothing. They have nothing. So Outkick had, like, dug in, Outkick.com. They're like a right-wing sports group. They've, like, dug in on this. They're like, wait, where is this coming from? So then my thought is, like, okay, time out. Let's say there are racists out there. I mean, I know some personally, okay?
Yeah.
Like, let's say the N-word was thrown out at whoever plays for the Sun. I don't follow. I know like 4 names in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark being one of them. And let's say that happened, right? Well, that happens in Boston at Red Sox game. It just happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But to come out and, like, you were literally now Indiana got eliminated, so that now their ratings are going to tank because she's out. So no one's going to watch anymore. They watched for her. Mm. And you're going to come out and say this shit. Like, it's even if you had 5 instances where you heard somebody being racially slurring somebody at a game, just take the high road. Because right now is your fucking time to be relevant. And now as you're going to turn off is everybody that was watching it and like, why can't I watch a game with a white girl playing against majority of black women who, by the way, this is weird. A lot of them, so this is how fucked up the WNBA is. So they date each other. They're like 90% lesbian.
All right.
But there was 2 players on opposite teams that were dating, and one of them didn't play because she didn't want to play against the team that her girlfriend was on. Yeah, imagine like LeBron dated like Jason Tatum, and they're in the finals, and Tatum's like, "Yo, I gotta sit out. My boy's over there, man. I don't want to foul him hard. Like I say that for the bedroom. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck?" Like, it's crazy. So, like, they're running with this narrative that, like, every basically white person that likes Caitlin Clark is racist. Like, well, that is not going to endure more fans to follow your league.
Nope.
You are literally fumbling every step along the way to capitalize on this girl's fame. Like, fucking golf was in the dumps in 1999. No one watched except the 4 majors.
Yeah.
And then Tiger came along. Tiger made everyone more money. There was a couple guys like Fuzzy Zeller who he was racist, hated Tiger. But everyone else is like, do you know how much these people make now? Fast forward 10 years from now, if they market this girl correctly, and she's winning MVPs and she's winning titles, and people are watching, and they're going from making $120,000 a year to now signing $1.2 million contracts, getting shoe deals, getting all these, these advertisement deals. Mm-hmm. And this is how you're going to, like, her first season, this is what you're going to tell her fans are? They're racist? Even if I'm sure there are some.
It's almost like
I'm sure they're fans of other people that are racist.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to divide.
Right. Why?
Yeah, more division.
Like, they're just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's like leaving Caitlyn off the Olympic team. Like, just put her on there. She doesn't have to play. I didn't watch one fucking women's basketball game during the Olympics.
They left her off it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I couldn't do it.
It's just like, who runs this league? Like, they literally need, like, a smart, just, like, savvy / I don't even know. Like, just there's a lot of good CEOs out there. Like, hire a CEO that runs a really good company and have him run your fucking league.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's
bullshit. Hire him as like the commissioner of the NBA, now it was David Stern. Now it's this fucking weird blurk looking dude. But he runs, like, their ratings are tanking only because the season's too long. Like, football dominates everything now.
Yeah.
Hockey ratings I wish were higher, but I'm actually kind of like it like the way they are because I don't need, like, idiots like Yankee fans coming out and, like, fucking all of a sudden they're, like, big hockey fans and they haven't watched hockey like we have since we were kids. Like, it's like me trying to be a commentator on tennis or something. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, I watch it, but, like, they hit the ball back and forth,
Yeah.
But, all right, so my douche of the week is WNBA, whoever runs it, and the players that are all attacking Caitlin Clark. That's all I got.
Yeah, you ain't right.
It's fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. All right, so before we wrap this up, what do you got plans for your final week back in the States? I'm sure I'll see you.
Golfing with you?
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm hitting up my old golf course that I used to work at for 14 years.
Oh, yeah?
Gonna go see all the boys and see my old boss and, I don't know, shoot the shit there.
Yeah.
Sunday I might be taking my permit for carrying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I might go for that.
So you're still a Connecticut resident?
I'm still an American.
I know, but it's all by the states, though. You can take the course.
I can take the course and then come back and find out.
That was my course. Look at that fucking headshot.
Nice. Yeah, my brother said, you want to come take the class with me? We can sign up on Sunday and go do it, and then you got to come back, because I am moving back. So basically, you can take the course whenever. Yeah.
That's an NRA thing.
Yeah.
And then, once you come back and you need Connecticut residency, though. You need a Connecticut address.
Yeah.
And then if I don't know, you probably won't be living in Milford, but if you happen to be living in Milford, I can kind of expedite it for you.
Oh, really?
I mean, you still got to go through all the. It's not like, they're just going to hand it to you. But
I know.
A lot of times this shit just sits on a chief's desk for fucking 3 months before he even looks at it.
Yeah.
I know the guys that'll. It still took me a while to get it, but much faster than an average Joe.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, but you have to be Milford.
Yeah.
Because it goes by town. Like,
Yeah.
if you're living out in Hamden, I don't know anybody out there. So.
Yeah, I probably won't be in Hamden.
Yeah.
So, it's just visiting, and I got...
Or if you're living on a boat, I mean, just float out to international waters and sniper some people, right? Like, laws are a little different out in the water.
Yeah, I don't know if the townhouse boat is an option. But
right.
Yeah, I'm just going to scope it out and see.
Oh, man.
See what the rest of the week takes me, and then head back to Nova Scotia on Saturday. And
14 hours, huh?
Yeah.
Well, so where do you cross?
I crossed this time coming over. I crossed in Calais, Maine.
Where's? Oh, Maine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually I go to Holton, Maine, because I used to drive back and forth in the winter for Christmas.
Right.
So I'm driving up to Canada in the winter for Christmas, and I'd go to Holton only because it's easier.
Right.
You're on the highway, you're straight to the border, and then it's 80 miles longer, but it's easier. So this time I went the harder route, but 14 hours.
Yeah.
Came through Calais. Wasn't too bad. Brought my brother 10 cases of beer.
Molson Ice? No, I don't know. What
Alexander Keats.
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I'd like to give a little shout out to your dad, Kev. Yeah. If you guys are hockey, anyone listen to Hockey Nuts, you can listen to my show that I had him on, but it was like literally like 2.5 hours. But he does have a nice, crisp 50-minute documentary on YouTube.
Yeah. Just
type in Kevin Morrison, and he basically was telling the same stories he told on my show, but it was a little edited down a little bit.
Yeah.
And he wasn't coughing every 3 minutes and like hacking up a lung and
I feel
losing
bad.
cell phone service. And
you had my dad on, get a sore throat. You have me on, I have a sore throat. I'm like, oh my God.
So actually, if you watch the documentary, because you actually see him, he's only voice on my show. But then go to my show and listen to the last 5 minutes because you were texting me. Can you edit that out? Can you edit that? You remember? Yeah. I'm like, nope, I'm not editing that out.
Yes.
Rich Capola's sitting across from me. He's just laughing his ass off. Yeah. So good. Like, listen to like the final 5 minutes.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. Oh my God, Dad, no. Dad goes, whoa.
It's nothing bad. It's just, it was funny as shit.
And my dad, he's 74. He doesn't really know what a podcast is.
Right.
So he goes, not everybody in the world can hear that. Only America, right? I'm like, no, Dad, no. Canada can hear it too,
we're
Dad.
Global, baby.
Yeah,
we're global.
Global.
Yes. You like that?
Yeah. I said, well, a lot of people can hear that, Dad. He goes, oh, well, fuck it. I'm like, okay. Too late now.
Yep, too late now. So check it out.
Yeah.
And Jodi, thanks so much for coming on the show. Obviously, when you settle back in the States, we'll have you back on. I don't know if you saw outside on the chalkboard. I wrote "Going Down the Rabbit Hole" with Jodi Leigh.
No, I missed it.
Yeah, you walked right by it. Because you've definitely pointed me some rabbit hole directions. I love it. I love watching this shit. Keep sending it. I'll check my. I probably have like 50,000 missed messages from you on Telegram.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I don't like how Telegram's set up.
I know, but it's just
easy
weird
to find. No, I understand that part, but it's like user friendly wise, like it's hard to go back and I don't know. Yeah. Like I follow like. The White Rabbit I follow. Yeah. And but they post like 17 things a day. And then when I'm trying to go back and find something, you got to go through all this shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're all kind of like that, but maybe they're just not familiar enough with it. I guess you could probably pin shit, right? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, anyone who wants to watch some fucked up videos, if you know Jodi, text her. If you know me, I'll send them from her your way. So, I'm now 90% flat earther. Is that good enough?
No.
I gotta get to the full 100?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out.
Right. I'll get you there.
I'm gonna get that camera.
All right.
And go see that lady in Yale.
I think we should, yes.
All right. Thanks so much. And have fun in your next week and safe travels back to Canada.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You Canuck. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.